On a snowy evening in Vermont, Hannah and Luke sat by the fireplace, cradling their newborn son, Ethan, while their rescued Ocelot cat, Sombra, lay curled protectively on the rug, her golden eyes fixed on the door as though guarding against something unseen. For years, Hannah and Luke had struggled with infertility, enduring failed treatments and quiet heartbreak. Then, on a hiking trip 3 winters ago, they found Sombra, a half-grown Ocelot cat, injured and shivering at the base of a frozen ravine. Against all odds, they carried her out, nursed her back to health, and watched in awe as she refused to leave when released. "She chose us," Luke would say, smiling as Sombra perched on the back of the couch, watching over them like a silent sentinel. When Ethan was born, Sombra's devotion deepened. She rarely left his side, curling beneath his crib at night, her spotted tail twitching with every sound. "You'd think she was his mother," Hannah teased one evening as Luke gently removed Ethan from the crib. But everything changed when Hannah's childhood friend, Claire, moved into their guest room to help while Hannah recovered from her cesarean. At first, Sombra was wary of Claire, watching her with narrow eyes, her ears tilting back whenever Claire held Ethan. "Is she always like this?" Claire asked nervously, trying to hand Ethan to Hannah. "No," Hannah assured her, though doubt flickered in her voice. "She's just adjusting. She's very protective." But over the next few weeks, Sombra's hostility grew. The Ocelot cat would stand between Claire and the crib, growl when she picked up Ethan, and once even swiped at her sleeve. "I think she's jealous," Luke murmured one night as they lay in bed, listening to Sombra's restless pacing outside the nursery. "Maybe," Hannah agreed, but something in her stomach churned. Then, one rainy afternoon, Hannah came home earlier than usual from a doctor's appointment. The house was quiet, too quiet. From down the hall, she heard Sombra's low growl, followed by Ethan's whimper. Hannah rushed toward the nursery and froze. Claire stood over the crib, her phone in one hand and something small and metallic in the other. Sombra crouched on the dresser, tail lashing furiously, golden eyes locked on Claire's hand. "Claire." Hannah's voice was sharp now. Claire jumped, her face flushing. "Oh. I was just checking on him. He dropped his pacifier." Sombra leapt from the dresser in a blur, landing between Claire and the crib, teeth bared, claws flashing as she swiped at Claire's hand. A tiny black device clattered to the floor. What is that?" Hannah whispered, staring at the object, no bigger than a button, lying among Ethan's blankets. Claire backed toward the door, stammering. It's nothing. Just a toy." But Hannah didn't believe it. "Luke," she called, her voice shaking. By the time Luke arrived, Sombra had cornered Claire against the wall, the Ocelot cat's body taut and ready to strike. They called the police. When detectives examined the device, their worst fears were confirmed. It was a hidden camera, broadcasting live to an unknown server. Further investigation uncovered that Claire had been planting cameras for months, selling the footage to a dark online network. Sombra had known. She had seen what no one else could. The officers led Claire away in cuffs, her excuses drowned out by Ethan's soft cries and Sombra's growl. Later, when the house was quiet, Hannah sat in the rocking chair, Ethan asleep on her chest, and Sombra nestled at her feet. Luke crouched down, scratching behind the Ocelot cat's ears. "You saved him," he said softly. Hannah nodded through tears. "We'll never doubt you again." News of Sombra's heroism spread quickly, neighbors stopping by to meet the guardian Ocelot cat. Even the sheriff visited, shaking Luke's hand and saying, "That's one sharp cat you've got there." Literally and figuratively. On Ethan's first birthday, the yard was alive with laughter and balloons. Sombra lounged beneath a tree, her gaze never straying far from the boy toddling across the grass. "She's back to her old self," Luke observed as Sombra rolled onto her side, finally calm. Hannah smiled. She knows he's safe now. Thanks to her. As the sun dipped behind the mountains, Ethan tottered over and hugged Sombra's neck. The Ocelot cat purred, golden eyes watchful, the sentinel who saw what no human could, and never stopped protecting the family she had chosen.